Hello there, everyone. So today we are going to do a quick review over global winds. In class, we went through some questions and we took a quizzes. So I'm going to quickly review our global winds. If you need to go back to last week to look at the full instructional videos, I highly suggest it. All right, so first we are going to talk about what are even global winds. So global winds, they move in a curved position due to the Coriolis effect. That's super important. All right, so global winds move in a curved position, due to the Coriolis effect. And we can see that because in our gift, we see that the Earth is constantly rotating. All right, it's constantly rotating on its axis, which causes those winds to rotate in a curved position. All right, if I were to start spinning, eventually I wouldn't spin in a straight line because Miss Brown is not a dancer. Eventually, I would start moving in a curved or like a zigzag. All right, but global winds move in a curved position due to the Coriolis effect. They occur in each climate region. So we've talked about climate regions for the past 2 weeks. All right, and then jet streams are fast moving winds that move from west to east. This is super, 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 super important. And I want you to write this down. It is red and it is underlined because it is super important. All right. So global winds occur in each climate region. We know that there's the tropical region, temperate region, and the polar region. So there are global winds that occur in each one of those regions. Jet streams are fast moving winds that occur in the temperate region. And we can remember that because we know that in the temperate region, there are prevailing westerlies. And we know that the prevailing westerly winds move from west to east. All right, so a way we can remember that the jet streams are in the temperate region is they both move from west to east. All right, so let's go deeper into the climate region. So in my gift, I have the wind, and we can see this big gust of wind, and it's coming towards the United States. But climate regions are caused by uneven heating, and that makes sense because at the equator, is it really hot or really cold at the equator? It's really hot. And at the polar regions, up in the north and south poles, at the North Pole, is it really cold or really hot? It's really cold. So the Earth, there is uneven heating. It's not the same temperature all across the United States. Everywhere you are in the world, it is 32 degrees. No. So we have different climate regions, and they are caused by uneven heating. We see that is red and that is underlined, so that means it is super important. All right, so here are 3 climate regions. Now, we've already written these down, drawn our globe, separated them. So here's a quick just visual. If you do want to pause this to write this down, I'd highly suggest it. All right, so first we have the climate region. All right, the climate region we have, First, we have the tropical region. I was trying to do 2 things at once. We have the tropical region, all right? So the tropical region is closest to the equator. So I'm going to draw my equator. There's my equator. Here is the tropical region, all right? I know that's not the best, but tropical region. It is closest to the equator, and it is hot and it is humid. It makes sense that it's hot because it's close to the equator, and it's humid because it's by a whole bunch of water. Remember, humidity is that moisture in the air. All right, the global winds associated with this region are the trade winds, and they move from east to west. A way I remember trade winds with the tropical region is TR. So tropical and trade winds, all right, and they move from east to west. So that means they're from north, east, south, west. They are moving this direction. All right, next we have the temperate region. Remember, temperate region is in the smack dab in the middle. All right, it has the best of both worlds. It doesn't get too cold. It doesn't get too hot. The United States is located in the temperate region. All right, and the westerlies, the prevailing westerlies, are in the temperate region. And if they are westerlies, does that mean they're going to move east to west or west to east? Good job. West to east. And a way you can remember that is westerlies move west to east. All right, don't forget jet streams are in this layer, in this region, and they also move west to east. All right, next and last but certainly not least, we have the polar region. And the polar region is all the way up at the north and the south poles. It is very, very cold, and we have the polar easterlies. All right, we have the polar easterlies. I cannot draw because my face is covering up the east, but if they are polar easterlies, are they going to move from west to east or east to west? They are going to move, easterlies are going to move from east to west. All right, so that is the way you can remember them. Polar easterlies go from east to west, so they are going the same direction as the trade winds. All right, the temperate regions, the westerlies are moving this direction. All right, next, okay, don't forget what happens in the northern hemisphere also happens in the southern hemisphere. So we have the tropical region, then we have the temperate, and then we also have the polar. All right. So what you're going to do next is I have a quizzes link and code on the next slide. If you would like to take this quizzes game and you make a passing score and you want to send me a screenshot of your score and email it to me, I will give you 5 points extra credit. It can go towards your quiz tomorrow or it can go towards one of your past assignments. But you have to do this and turn it in by Thursday at 4 o'clock. All right? As always, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out and look forward to the quizzes code on the next slide. All right, here is the quizzes code. You are going to go to joinmyquiz.com. Make sure you type it exactly how it is in here on the screen. Here is your code. You must make a 70 or above to receive the extra credit. You can take this quiz more than once, and you're going to screenshot and send your score to my email. Pay attention though, it says you're in your screenshot. You must include your name, your score, and the quiz's name. So you need to make sure that it says Global Winds, your name, and your score. And this is due by Thursday at 4 p.m. If you watch this video after January 14th at 4 p.m., I'm sorry, but this is no longer available. So make sure you do this and do this on time. Bye, y'all.